We're here at the Forum One Precious Metals Show. That's the successor to the International and Precious Metal Commodity Show in Munich. It's been another venture for the 15 years, but it's the first time here now, and we're pretty happy to be at this nice location with Jeremy from Tucano, Pilar, and Laiva Gold. And he's going to tell us about this exciting strategy they've been pursuing. Before we start talking about your individual companies and mines, tell us a bit about what you set out to do.
Yeah, Bjorn, thanks very much for having us. It's been a really great first day at the conference. We're really happy to be in Munich. Germany is one of our favourites to come and meet investors. Look, we specialise in buying big second-hand gold mines, and we love to buy them at cents in the dollar. And we think the time is right to be beefing up and growing the business. And Tucano is our latest new venture that literally just completed October the 20th, just 3 weeks ago.
Okay,
so really excited about it.
Well, that's a good way to go. So that's the third project under the belt, you said. Tell us a bit more detail. What is it about? Where do you want to be in the next couple of years?
Well, look, as a group, we'd love to get to 500,000 ounces. Tucano is going to be 100,000 ounces if we start production again next month. Fully built, $500 million of infrastructure in place. Comes with a 200-man camp, 10,000 ton a day mill. We think there's 5 million ounces in the district, and we just can't wait to get it restarted. It was the old Great Panther, the old Beadle Resources, if you remember them. In fact, it had some very famous owners. Ike Batista was one of his first big gold mines in Brazil. So we're really excited to bring it back. We think the first year is going to have a cash cost of only $1,000 an ounce. And yeah, just can't wait to get it producing again.
Okay, well, next month coming up pretty soon. So when you said you like to buy them on cents on the dollar, how does that work?
Look, obviously at the moment, there's a lot of companies that have gone into bankruptcy. We bought the Finland Laiva business out of bankruptcy. That was the old Otso Gold. Great Panther went into administration this time, well, September last year. And so we generally focus either with buying these big mines that have gone through that process or trying to acquire black sheep from the majors. Okay. Who, you know, maybe they're too small, maybe they're too high cost for them, but for us, they're absolutely fantastic additions to the portfolio. So in some ways, we're like a private equity mining house, but without the flashy office, without the expensive infrastructure, all of that comes with a private equity business. Mm-hmm. And we've done it really through, thanks to the support of your shareholders. We have 540 shareholders who've backed us on this over the last 5 years. And this is why we come to these great events, to meet new investors and to tell our story.
Yes, but now you're done financing your companies, or
no? We're sort of 2/3 of the way through this current seed round for Tucano. So everyone on this call has the opportunity to participate in the 50-cent round. To give you an idea, Bjorn, that's a market cap post money of only 26 million Canadian for a business that to build today would be 500, and the mine 2-3 years ago generated $80 million of free cash flow. So we like to structure our deals that give our investors in the seed rounds 5-10x type potential returns. And you know, the only way to do that is to buy these assets for cents in the dollar to allow you to do that.
Okay, well, very interesting. And that's in Brazil, of course, if we didn't mention it already. The next, we're doing it backwards from the newest venture then to the next one. There was Laiva, is pronounced, I think, and yes, and that's completely different because that's in dark and cold Finland. That's certainly at the moment probably getting.
It's cold there at the moment, but you know, we're going to reopen Laiva in April next year. We were planning to open it in August, but we just missed the schedule a little bit. We were a bit nervous about starting up in Finland as the days got shorter. And, you know, we're only a month away now from complete darkness. So we thought, let's take a step back. You know, Laiva's a beautiful mill, 6,000 tons a day. The previous guys spent $400 million building that. Okay. There's 2 million ounces of reserve in the pits, 2 young open pits. So again, a business that could quite easily be operating for the next 20 years. That seed round we did a few months ago has a post-money value of only 25 million as well. So we price our deals really to go, and we give opportunity for people to really make substantial returns, and we've got to do a lot of stuff right. We get that. There's a lot of risk to that. But when a business is already built, it makes a huge difference. Imagine trying to build a new mine today.
Yeah.
Inflation, delays, permitting.
Workforce. Yeah.
Workforce.
There's not a lot of people around it's hard to get the people to do the work.
It is, Bjorn. So, we like to buy stuff that someone else has built, that someone else has financed, and we're picking it up for literally a cent or two in the dollar.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So, and that, how was it with your other assets? That we're back to Brazil then?
Back to Pilar. Pilar, we started 5 years ago. That had some production problems earlier this year. Again, lucky we had no debt. Because when you have debt and you have a production problem, it can be problematic. We lost access to the high-grade zone with a seismic issue underground. There was no one hurt. It was perfectly fine. But we had to completely rebuild the access to the eastern zone. So that's delayed us 6 months, probably 9 months overall, and it delayed the restart of the Satao high-grade mine that we want to bring on stream. But again, nothing's changed. The gold's still there. Just got a bit delayed, but everything's still on track.
But you're still producing, and we talked about that earlier. I assume the costs in Brazil are a lot lower than when they are, for example, in Canada or in Finland. So that should help also.
Oh, Brazil is much cheaper for everything. A pack of cigarettes are €1 for any smokers out there. I've given up. But, everything's cheaper in Brazil, and they do it with a smile, and we love Brazil. It's the greatest country in the world. Finland's number 2, as is Germany. So, no, but it's a really nice place to operate. Everyone wants to make a plan, wants to get things done. There's never a road blockage in Brazil. There's always a way to make it work. So we love Brazil. We'd love to grow more there. We'd love to look for more acquisitions. But Tucano is really we're very excited about that, and just can't wait to get that producing again.
Okay, that will be the second mine in production, and
yeah.
And then the third coming next year in the spring in Finland. Yeah. So that's let's say. All of these mines are in some kind of production. Issues aside, you never know in this business. But wouldn't that be a good time to take one or the other entity public?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's what everyone's been waiting for us. And I think we wanted to wait, one, to be in production. So there's no point in listing when you're not really producing good numbers. And 2 is, let's do it when the market's a bit better. Because let's be honest, the market's really been tough for the last 12 months. Sentiment's not there to raise money. So we want to be on the front foot. We want Pilar to be 100,000 ounces a year. We want Finland to get to 80,000 ounces. And we want Tucano to get well over 100,000. So there's 300,000 ounces. We're sort of on our way to a 500,000 ounce kind of group. And I find that as you get bigger, it does create enormous synergies within the companies. So you can share resources, you can share geologists, you can share the finance team. It reduces costs a lot. I mean, we're coming with 3 companies today at the conference. So everything's a third the cost. You get scalability when you grow, and you're not relying on just one mine. Because when you're only just a single mine producer, it is more risky as an investor and as a producer.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you touched upon that. You said you like to grow more. So this is not going to be in the end. Tucano is not going to be the last deal.
We're certainly in the mood for more acquisitions. I think when people in the industry know that we as a group do close deals. So when we say we're going to do something with let's say we're buying it out of administration, we go and do it. We raise the money, we close the deal, we sign it, and we move on to the next transaction. So I think we are closers of transactions. We can raise money thanks to the amazing support of the 540 plus shareholders. Why not keep going? Yeah.
I think that's a good closing remark there. Thank you.